What's up, guys? Welcome to the Sunday StockCast. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the very first full trading week of May. I'm really pretty pumped about this, so I'm really super excited. And we ended April with the bang. I had a little bit of a hiccup there the third week. Had a 20K hit, but I actually recovered most of that hit. So, and then that Amazon trade that I made for 69,000 was really nice to help me offset it as well. But definitely welcome, guys. Just a couple things before we go ahead and jump in and we get started. So a couple things. So right now, I'm sure if you taking a look, I have a video on YouTube about Flow Algo. If you guys want to go ahead and take a look, I am affiliate for Flow Algo now, and we are partners. So if you want to take a look, it's only like $37 for a 2 week trial. Then after that, it's 150 bucks. If you don't make your money back, using it, then let me know, because there's obviously something that's going wrong. But yeah, guys. Also, I want to remind you, if you could, just a like, comment, subscribe on the video. It definitely helps with the YouTube algorithm quite a bit. I do definitely appreciate. I got a lot of new subscribers. I definitely appreciate you. So leave me a comment. Let me know what type of content you want, or what kind of things you want me to go over. I'm definitely happy to accommodate you. So definitely give me a second here. Gonna copy this. All right, so I didn't really quite come up with like a topic. Usually we talk at we usually have like a topic that we go over, and then we we get into some technical analysis and tickers for the week. But I'll go ahead and give a minute here to get into some more. Wait, see if some more people come in. If not, I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into some technical analysis for the week. So we'll go ahead and go from there. All right, guys. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I know I was really hoping for the weekend. I was I've been just tired and wore out. We've been talking about that a lot, about being burnt out and just a lot going on. And I've had a lot going on as well. So um, I was really looking forward to the weekend, and not having to worry about the markets too much. And now I'm ready. Now I think I got the right mindset to come back in and kill it this weekend, or this week. So, um, like I said, for last week, the week before, I took that 20K hit on Wednesday. I took a day off on Thursday, and then I've been green every single day since then. So I've had I think it's 7 green days in a row now. So that really helped, just to take the time off and then reset, and then come back at it, and using a little bit smaller size, so being a little bit more consistent, hitting my trades, and then just clocking out when I'm not taking anything else. On Friday, I did. So I'll go over that trade on Friday. What happened to me on Friday? If you guys want to go ahead and take a look. 1 second. There we go. All right, then. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, so you get notifications whenever we go live. I also go live every Friday. We trade live. If you want to come in and trade with us, um, you have access to me, and you ask questions and whatever you want. We start around 9 a.m. market time, and then we go over market pre market plan, and then we get to trading with Trade Live together on Friday. So this is what kind of happened to me on Friday, guys. If we go ahead and we take a look, um, if you go and watch that video, actually, where I was trading live on on Friday, I right at the bell, like right before the bell, like not even probably 10 seconds before the bell, I said, "Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back." And the bell went off like as soon as I stood up and I walked away. So that kind of threw me for a loop. Like I didn't even have like my orders set in my option chain as of yet, and I was just unprepared. And then I felt like I was just chasing the tickers and whatnot. So what kind of happened here is looking at the 1 minute chart. So I wanted to play Amazon, and just to give you some mindset on what I was looking for on Amazon and the way that I like to play like earnings and things. So leading up to earnings, everyone knows the implied volatility and just the premium is absolutely nuts on the options. If you're trading options, it's really freaking hard to trade them, right? So I don't like to mess with it. So I did get Amazon right here when it broke out from this flag here, a little bit earlier, but then all this going on right here, I left it alone. And so even I think last week we said on the Stockcast that I wasn't going to trade Amazon until the day after they actually reported earnings, which is after the bell on Thursday. So they reported earnings, and if we take a look a little bit closer, you could see right here. My fib lines are kind of in the way, but they missed on earnings, so they missed down. Now I was kind of expecting them to do well. I thought everyone's at home, everyone is ordering from Amazon. They're gonna be doing really well, right? So I thought we were gonna get like some crazy extension off of the pattern that we already had. So I thought I was going to go ahead and break up above this, 2475, get over 2500 probably. And then the next day I wanted to go ahead and do what we call a mean reversion play, where something is too extended and it needs to come back to a fair value price and pull back. So that's the way I like to play earnings. You don't play it leading up to it. You play the day after. So then you get that mean reversion, and then you could go. So that's a lot safer for you, and the premiums are a lot cheaper than at that point. Especially with this being on Friday, it was a lot cheaper, and you could buy some out the money to be able to get decent gains from cheap. So I had that here, right? So we had this huge drop. And then in pre-market, I seen that we weren't too strong here in pre-market. So if I go ahead and go a little bit closer again, so not too strong here in pre-market. The volume was kind of dead, and so as well with the SPY guys. So I was looking at the SPY as well, and you could see that we just had like this sideways action here on the SPY. It wasn't strong at all then at all. Right here. So we had this drop, and then it was just chopping around. There was no strength in it. So I really liked to be able to get an Amazon for the trade down. So you guys, I got to come up with a name for this setup, but my setup on this is whenever you get a pop up lower than some overhead here, like this pop here, that's where I like to go ahead and get into my puts or my short position, because then I have somewhere to be able to risk off of, and then I'm able to go ahead and calculate my R to R ratio for it to come back down. So I got in on I think on this second or third candle. I'm not 100% sure. I try to wait and be a little bit patient to let the spread settle, but even with the spread settling a little bit better, it was still $1.50, like more than that maybe at times. So it was just moving really freaking horrible the way that this is happening. And then I got to be 100% honest, if you guys go look at the video I got actually shooken out. So I got shook out here, and then again in this area. And so I try to get some calls here, so just to go ahead and offset this push that it had. And so and because of the spread, I got screwed on that, and it didn't quite work for me to hedge right. But I like that it didn't have the volume and the momentum to be able to go ahead and push it up. So there there's no interest for this to go ahead and go above this fib line, if you could go ahead and see. So it got pushed back down, and that's when I loaded a little bit more more puts then in that area, and then I just let them go, dude. I just let them go and hang, and I got to, I don't remember 100% where I got out. I believe it was around here at 20 on the spike down. So I got out on the spike down, and then I just left it alone. But I was down 5 figures at one point. I was down like 16,000, and I was really sweating because the week prior I took a $20,000 hit. But I knew that I was right on the trade. I knew I was just early and that the spread was kind of fucked up, and that's not anyone's fault but mine. You know, I shouldn't have taken the trade like that. I should have been a little bit more patient, and then also at that time the market was just chopping around. So there was like, you know, if the market would have dropped the way it did, you know, here at the 1107, then I believe Amazon would have tried to you know, follow a little bit better. But with all this chop going on, it was trying to push up on these pushes, and it just didn't quite work. So yeah. But luckily, you know, I stayed, you know, that's one thing is that, you know, is to know like, and why I have my rules in place, right? So I took two paper cuts, right? I took 2 stop outs, and I was down to my last one where I was like, okay, this is going to be my 3rd try. So this would be a strikeout if I stop out on this one, right? And so that's why I have that rule to keep me safe. But luckily, yeah, I was confident in the trade and the way that it was going to go. That overall, my thesis is that we have some huge extension here. So, you know, over the last few weeks, I mean, we're from 1900 up to 2474. So that's what, almost 18, 203, like 300 or 400 points or so. Pretty crazy amount. So now what I'm going to look for tomorrow is for it to come back and then break this actual fib line. You could tell it where it was resistance and resistance here, support here, and now it holds support on Friday. I want it to break below this fib line here at 2270, and then my next profit point is going to be 2149. So that'll be a nice trade to look after, as long as the spreads aren't too crazy then. And also on the macro time frame, you could see on my CCI where it's wanting to go ahead and cross down negative on it as well. So just wanted to go over that trade where like I mean I was realized, like I said, 16,000 down, and I didn't panic. I knew that I was right in the trade. I just needed to be able to hit it correctly. And like I said, the way that it was moving with the spread, I could see the ask moving, but not the bid. There wasn't a bid for him, so it wouldn't move like to the way that it was for me to be able to buy it back or to sell it. And so yeah, so I just wound it up. I cut it, and luckily then. You know, it did go to plan, and I was able to keep calm, and I took that trade well. What's up, guys? I can see you guys watching. Leave me some messages in the chat. What's up? So then, so with the SPY though, with everything that's going on, so we also had that weird, you know, text stuff or tweet stuff with Elon Musk. So with Elon, we got down to this fib line as well. So around 678. So it was right above it. So 681. So I would be looking for it to go ahead and see what happens if it bounces off that fib line. Great. So that you could tell that was support here in the past. If it bounces there, I'll go ahead and load up calls for it to go ahead and continue on up. I was looking on the flow algo to see if there was any type of like longer term, you know, like maybe someone loading up a little bit cheaper on some calls towards, you know, 900, 1,000 or so. And there wasn't anyone stepping in as of yet on Friday. There was some people grabbing some puts, obviously on the way down. I grabbed some puts. I was a little bit late to the party. I got in on the a little spike up here. I think it was right here. Yeah, this little spike up here. So I came down, spiked up, and then I got in around in this area, and then just got in here for like 20, 30 points right here, down when it broke 700. So my goal was for it to break 700, and then we saw. So I was working with one of the members in my room, and we could see this kind of descending triangle pattern right here. And then we took one more trade together right here when it couldn't break above this T3 line. So when it T3 line proved resistance, and then you have high, lower high right here. That was a good entry here with this descending triangle coming in for this little quick scalp down as well. It was a nice little late day surprise, and then that's it. I was done at that point. So so that's what I did for that. And then the SPY is actually pretty interesting, guys. With this volatility that it's been having, this chop, it sucks, guys. Like my system is based on trend following and momentum, and so when there's not any, it's very hard for us to get going. Like to nail it. Like especially with my personal goals is to hold as long through the moves as much as possible, and now I'm finding maybe I'm being a little bit too patient, and I got to go back to a little bit of the old cruise trading ways, and just nail and bail, just taking profit where I can. And that's what I basically did on Friday. Like I posted my P&L on Twitter, and I'll show you guys it right here. Oops. So it's funny to look at because I kept on adding to it. I thought I took another trade, but this is it right here. So I started off. This is my Amazon. So I was red right here on the puts. This is the red that I got on those calls where I couldn't get out, and then I just ended up taking that little loss. It's fine when I was trying to hedge, and this is my first Amazon, and then after that I took a little bit more Amazon when I saw the momentum on the SPY coming further down, so for it to drag down, took a little bit extra. Then here is the last Tesla, so that last Tesla trade, which I did get a little bit heavier on. So but that's it. So I just was taking these nail and bail type trades, and that was it. So so as far as the overall market, guys, if we're looking at the futures just opened a little while ago, so we gapped down. So we gapped down from this 281, and now we're here at it looks like we found the bottom here at 273, 277. Yeah, 277. So 277, and that's a big fib line here in that area. So if I go ahead and we zoom out a little bit further, you could see if we break that, then our next level is going to probably be 275, and then down to around 271. So we'll see if it holds that throughout the night. We'll see what it does. But if we go ahead and we start breaking that level further down, it's the same thing if we're looking on the SPY. So this 281, we're already going to open up at 277 if it keeps around to that level. So you could see already it's trying to print lower. And let me see here. So then the next point we're looking at is 276, and then 274, and then 273. Same thing with the way it looks like on here. So but that would be a nice, even if that happens, that's still a good pullback. Nothing to panic about. Lots of support in this area, so we could still bounce off of that area and then go ahead and come back up to 290, even go up and test 300. Probably if we get towards the end of the week, it may get to that area. But so that's the plan for the week, for at least tomorrow, is maybe we go a little bit further, and then we come and test these support levels around in this area, and see if we break them or we continue to go up. So we'll see if reality starts setting in for things as far as like mortgage numbers and things like that are starting to come out. People not paying mortgages, rents, and how many people are like are putting like forbearance and stuff on their mortgages. We'll see what that starts looking like here pretty soon. So that's going to start taking a lot more effect, I believe. So that as far as the overall market, that's what we're looking at. If you guys are looking at different tickers, so so Netflix came down. I believe this was their earnings day. Nope. So their earnings day was over here. And it just kind of didn't do nothing. It kind of faded down after it had earnings, and then it kind of came down as well. And then we got some strength the last half of this last week. So this will be interesting on the way that this does show here as far as on as far as this week. So I believe that we may get a little bit of we may come back down to test 405, 400 again, and then we'll go from there. So if you guys, what's up guys? If you guys wanted me to analyze any tickers, put them in the chat. And we'll go over them together. If you have anything for the week you want to go over, don't be shy. Also gonna keep an eye out. Like I may not trade these guys, but Warren Buffett released like a statement saying that he's all cash on his airline positions. So he liquidated all his airline positions, and so he's never really in the past, right? So in the past, he's always been, buy and hold, never really, sell something in a panic. And so this is a little bit different for him, apparently. And so he's sitting sidelines and seeing what's going on now. The thing is that if you're looking at airlines, just because they go bankrupt as, whatever they are, United Airlines, Delta Airlines, or whatever, doesn't necessarily mean that they won't exist in a different entity. They won't, get bought out by someone else and made, some other name or, something different, right? One second. But what that does mean is that will not, that obviously the entity that it is, United, American, whatever, it will cease to exist and it'll go on to something else. So, if we're looking at American Airlines, just overall in the long term here, we're kind of getting this bottoming action here off of the, $10 or so. If you can see, this is I could actually draw a line right here. Oh, I don't like this line drawer. Let me get another one. Right there. So right there would be my support that I'd be drawing. So if we come back on Monday and we go ahead and bounce off of here, that would be where I'm looking. But or for it to actually break that level, everyone is screaming to buy puts or short it because of what what Daddy Buffett said. And I'm all for the price action. I really want to see them actually bounce back. I think it'd be awesome to see them bounce back. So I'm waiting for some type of, obviously news, some type of catalyst saying that, it's going to, they're going to be okay. And for them to move forward. So I know some of them have had like bonds and like they've done like offerings and stuff like that to keep themselves afloat. So we'll see what they come up with if they get bailed out and all that stuff. Also for like Delta Airlines, all these almost have the same exact pattern here, guys. So you could almost play any one of them. UAL. So they almost all look identical. So but we get anything up here closer to these tops, we might get a squeeze for it to go ahead and push back up. We start getting some good positive news from them. I've thought about just, as some lottos, just as a, not necessarily a day trade, right? So just, put some money as a gamble to see if they do go up, and, see if it hits. But it would not be like a day trade off an edge. It would just be, um, you know, uh, it would just be a gamble. So, but that's what we're looking at there. Also, another one, guys, we're looking at is AMD. So this was showing a lot of relative strength here at one point, even when the market was, kind of choppy. AMD was still going up. So AMD was going up here, and we're getting here towards, some support. So I believe right here. So you see resistance, support. So around in this area, if we go ahead and we hold to bounce back up, we'll go ahead and see what happens around in this area on Monday. And it's just been showing really, really weak ever since earnings on earnings the other day. And alongside with that is NVIDIA. So there's quite a bit of NVIDIA bull flow, guys, up at 305, 320, things like that. And it's never quite got there. So we're back here at some support here in this area. And if we start curling back up here, I like this here as just like like if you take a look at this like pennant formation. So we'll be going high, low, 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 high, high, high. So just up like that. So that's what I'm looking at for like NVIDIA too, on to play for this week. What's up, guys? You guys could come and say hi. So real quick, I'll do a quick scan on just some tickers for the week. I heard a lot of people playing like mRNA this week for um, coronavirus type names. This one's pretty cool right here. So we're kind of getting this descending flag area here. This might be something to keep an eye out here on mRNA. And then let me see. Let me just do a quick scan and see if there's anything else that I like. And so I've been still keeping an eye on my Peloton, guys. I cut it for a little paper cut, my swing, but it's starting to curl back up here again. So we got to get over this 33 though, and with the market coming down, I'm not 100% convinced. So, but this extension, consolidation, and then for it to continue on out forward, I really like that. I really like it to do that. So, but we got to get over that 33 and change there at 33.20 some. I think this is one of the small caps people were playing. Yeah, the people were playing this on Friday. Dab, what up, bro? And I'll go ahead and put the futures back up here for a second, guys. We're at 278 now, so yeah, we're kind of just ranging right here. So, but the thing is that if you look back, I don't know how to make this to where we could see the actual days of the week. I think it's these right here. So right here at these opens, you could see where it would come down, chop around, and then we would open and go up pretty crazy by the open. So we come down, chop around. I think these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I think. Yeah, but that's how it's usually been on the last couple of Sundays. It'll come down, chop around, and then it goes up, down, chop around, and then goes up. And so that's what I'm thinking may happen as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh shit! I just knocked over my microphone. Sorry, guys. So another couple ones that I wanted to talk about. I don't trade this anymore, guys. But Shopify here is still in this really extended range. So we start breaking above or below 600 again. So we test below 600 around right here. Our profit target would be 574, and then for it to continue on down. I don't trade this anymore, but we're starting to get some compression here. You could see where it needs to either break up or continue on down, and I think we're gonna have a little bit of a pullback. It's just way up there, and so I look at this as well. I don't trade, like I said, I don't trade this no more. The spreads are absolutely nuts, but it does give some nice momentum at times. The other one is Zoom. So this was really nice. I got a couple of nice trades on Zoom. But we're consolidating here on this side here at 130, 139. And so if we start breaking below around that area again, we'll go ahead and get to 121 to this high volume node. So if you look at this, where let me do. So you see how we're kind of like in this high node right here. So this would so the next level support would be 113, the big level support, like 124, then 113. So if it's gonna go ahead and bounce, it needs to bounce around right in this area for it to come back here at about 150. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'm just trying to look at any other. Oh, we almost forgot. We almost forgot Tesla to actually go over the full thing for Tesla, guys. So right here, so we're at this, I think, or did we talk about this already? So we have support right here where it came down to as far as the low, and then if it you could see this is the volume low volume node here in this area. So if it bounces right here, we're looking back towards 732. If not, we're first up would be 639 here in this area. So I'll probably keep this on watch probably tomorrow. So we'll see which way the pre-market goes tomorrow. Then that's it, guys. I don't have any other big big moves. I know we were looking at like Tilray from last week. I still believe this could actually break up and keep on going. It shook me out. I took a L on it. It shook me out. But we're here at this high volume node here in this area, the 721 area. And then, so you can see how this was support or resistance here in this area, and now it's resistant or support. Excuse me, this was resistance, and now it's support. And then, so we could actually bounce off in this area for it to probably consolidate first, and then continue on up. If not, we break down, we'll go ahead and come back down. But I still believe with the actual short float that's on this thing, we may get a pretty nice nice squeeze. We're still holding this trend right here. So if I get my other drawer, so we're still holding this trend like this. So when that once we start breaking this line, then to the downside, then we'll then you could kind of discount that theory or that thesis there. Um, and I think that's it, guys. Oh, I was also looking at. We played a lot of Facebook this week. I actually took a couple of trades on Facebook. Usually I don't, but this actually presented some good opportunity on this day when it went freaking wild. Oh no, that was for earnings. But there's another day. I don't remember which day it was. Maybe it was just right here. Uh, yeah, it may have just been this little push up here. But it's actually been giving some good opportunity here, guys, on Facebook. So it's actually been improving its range. Now we got some compression going sideways starting right here. So we'll either continue to go up or so continue to go up right here. Or if we do come back down, it'll be back down towards 194. So to about this top. So that's something to keep in watch on play too. Um, and we're still just chopping around here, so nothing too exciting. Was there, dude? Tilray got me too, bro. I really thought like it really had some nice momentum, but then it just kind of dried up, to be honest. So, um, whatever, it happens, dude. Um, it was. I think the idea is still there. I think it's just to play it like on the small scale that we were. Yeah, we got shaken out, but for the long term, it may be actually a really good play. So I'm gonna keep it on the back back burner as well, just to keep a look on it. So yeah, we already went over Amazon, so I'm still leaning towards Amazon coming back down, guys. So um, yeah, that's about all the tickers that I have that I'm going over. So was there any tickers or anything? Yeah, there I seen Apple here too, dude. So the thing is like with Apple, Apple is like Apple is 5% of the SPY. Fun fact, if you didn't know that. So like whenever Apple does really well, generally it could bring the SPY up. Um, so let me see. What time frame are you looking at, Dev? It's I see what you're saying. That's kind of in this range, dude. Like, right here, down, right here, and it's kind of right here in the middle now. So I don't like it as of yet, unless we start getting to break 300, especially with the way that the market is, dude. It may get drugged down with the market. Um, it is something to keep an eye out. They already had earnings. Um, so the area that you want to be looking at right here is this 280 right here on the volume profile. So that's a high level area of interest. And then if it breaks there, great. Then you could go ahead and hold to 267 or so. So first would be about 272 and then 267. But if it comes down and it bounces off of this level, the 280 or so, 281, then it'll continue going up. So you're looking at 30 minutes. I see right here. Yeah, dude. I don't think they got much going on right now. They already reported earnings. iPhone stuff isn't until September, right? So we got some time for that. Unless there's like other stuff about tariffs and stuff. Yeah, I don't think that there's any more steam for Apple actually to continue on further. So I'm pretty neutral on it, neutral to bearish. So I would like to see what happens here at this 281 level, like I said, for it to come down. Um, so we'll see what happens on that, dude. Um, there's a lot of tickers that I don't like the patterns that they have so far. So like, there's nothing 100% that I'm in love with. I'm just gonna be playing them intraday. Like, no, there's nothing that I would like to swing as far as right now, to be honest. One I do want to go over, guys, that I freaking hate this ticker. It's on my do not trade list, but I think it is definitely relevant. It is following almost like the airlines, guys. So down, spike, and then just compressing right here. So now we're getting very very tight. So if you see like this, let me go ahead and draw again. Um, So something like that, right? So we're gonna have to get to a point where it actually breaks out of that area. So we should probably see that here probably this week. I'm kind of sad about this, guys. On a personal note, uh, my uncle, who I'm pretty close with, he works for a manufacturing company that does a lot of parts and stuff for Boeing, and Boeing is one of their biggest clients, and so he's pretty worried. And the thing is I text him today asking him, how everything was going, and he says he just feels good every day that he goes and they don't tell him to go home because there's no orders and stuff coming through. So I'm kind of cheering for Boeing to get back on track now, because now it's personally affecting my family. Um, so uh, we'll see. What eventually we're gonna get some news. I do believe on what's gonna happen with them, or um, we'll see. So um, it's hard to say, but I would like for us to see some type of breakout, hopefully to the upside from here. So I know 135 was definitely hard support. So and it did break below that a couple times, but it's caught here at this 129 and the 120 area. So maybe we could go ahead and get a couple spikes in here for this Boeing, and for them to start opening up their factories and production and stuff again, and for them to get their 737 software up and going. But I don't see. Let me see. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna look at the flow algo for Boeing. 1 second, because I always see pretty good flow for Boeing on the flow algo. Yeah, so it looks like they're leaning a little bit more bullish here on the on Boeing so far, guys. So this was all from 5/1, so Friday. So this is 180, 141, 139, 142. So we're at 133 right now. So there's people making some pretty nice bets here for it to go continue on up. Nothing too crazy as far as size. But definitely notable that there's some people taking some positions for it to go on calls, and even like at the beginning part of the week, so like so April 30th, right? So April 30th, all day long there was 140, 142, 165, 180, and then also like the beginning of the week. So this is actually a lot more bullish than I was actually expecting. So with this compression and this pennant, this pennant formation, maybe we do get some upside. I'm not going to trade it, but like I said, I'm rooting for them. I have my fingers crossed. So that's about it, guys. I think that's enough tickets to get you started for the week. So again, I do appreciate you if you do like, comment, subscribe, especially if you catch this on the replay. I do. We do this every week, guys, so guys could get ready for the trading week. If you have questions or any type of technical analysis or like coding ThinkScript, also like indicators, things like that, we don't have to just talk in tickers. We could go over this, technical stuff as well. Any other types of questions, I'm happy to go over. So, was there anything else you guys want me to review while I have you in the line? Well, cool, guys. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Enjoy the rest of my evening. I got some other meetings here. Make sure you guys stay money biased. I hope you guys have a profitable week. We'll catch you guys on Friday for the TGIF New Age Wall Street live stream. Make sure you come check in so then we could go, we could trade live together. And then we'll also be here next Sunday, same place, same time. See you guys.